Suburban politician Tiffany Henyard appears to have lost control of both governments. Now she's teasing a big announcement that she claims will result in some of her opponents being arrested and charged.
Tiffany Henyard, the self-proclaimed super mayor of Dolton, Illinois, is a name you might not know yet. But once you hear her story, you'll be hooked. Henyard is at the center of a whirlwind of controversy that feels like a reality show, except it's all too real. She's currently under FBI investigation for corruption, facing eviction from her own home, and still attempting to have her political opponent arrested. Despite the mounting scandals and legal troubles, she's pushing forward with her re-election campaign. It's a political saga filled with drama, high stakes, and an uncertain future. Just when you thought political scandals couldn't get any wilder, think again.
Let's point the finger to Tiffany or allow me. I'm over it. Now it's time for me.
Let's dive into the latest developments surrounding Tiffany Henyard, starting with her eviction saga. Despite earning a six-figure salary as both the mayor of Dolton and the township supervisor, Henyard has failed to pay rent on the home she's been living in. She and her partner, Kamal Woods, owe thousands in back rent, leaving property owner Janetta Hall frustrated. Hall had initially planned to rent the house to someone else, but Henyard reportedly insisted on taking it for herself. Since moving in, however, she and Woods haven't paid rent since August. What started as an assertive move into Hall's property has now spiraled into yet another controversy for the embattled mayor.
She leased to Mayor Tiffany Henyard has filed eviction papers. She says Henyard has not paid her rent.
The situation surrounding Tiffany Henyard has taken a dramatic turn, as she allegedly went to extreme lengths to prevent her landlord, Janetta Hall, from accessing the property. Hall had given Henyard and her partner, Kamal Woods, the required 48-hour notice for a routine inspection. However, instead of complying, Henyard reportedly took matters into her own hands in a way that raised serious concerns. She not only changed the locks on the house, but also altered the garage door code, effectively blocking Hall from entering the property. These actions suggest that Henyard wasn't just resisting the inspection. She was actively preventing Hall from fulfilling her legal responsibilities as a landlord. Frustrated and feeling trapped, Hall has already initiated eviction proceedings. However, serving the official paperwork has proven to be a challenge, as Henyard and Woods have allegedly dodged the legal notices. To make matters worse, the local Sheriff's Office has been unable to serve the eviction papers, further complicating an already tense standoff. Henyard's actions appear to go beyond mere defiance, bordering on manipulation and obstruction. Despite holding a position of power, she seems to be playing a strategic game to delay the inevitable. What should have been a routine eviction process has escalated into a legal and logistical nightmare. Hall's inability to regain control of her own property underscores the mounting difficulties she faces, while Henyard remains determined to maintain her grip on the situation. As the battle drags on, both sides are locked in an impasse, with Hall desperate for a resolution and Henyard seemingly unwilling to budge.
Henyard's landlord, and she says she came to this Thornton Township meeting Tuesday night hoping to get paid what she says.
The situation involving Tiffany Henyard and her boyfriend, Kamal Woods, has become increasingly baffling and frustrating, leaving many in disbelief. Despite their substantial combined income of over $300,000 per year, the couple is refusing to pay an additional $200 in rent due to a property tax increase. This isn't a case of financial hardship. Far from it. Henyard and Woods argue that the rent hike is beyond their financial means, a claim that only adds to the confusion given their high earnings. Woods, who also makes a considerable income through a township program, has reinforced this stance, further complicating the issue. For a couple with such financial resources to object to a relatively minor rent increase is audacious, to say the least. Their refusal to pay has placed an undue burden on their landlord, Janetta Hall, who is now at her wit's end. In a desperate attempt to resolve the matter, Hall has hired a process server to track down Henyard and get her into court, a move she sees as necessary due to Henyard's repeated efforts to dodge the legal process. Adding to the irony, As a mayor, Henyard is expected to set a positive example of responsibility and accountability within her community. Instead, her actions suggest the opposite, engaging in behavior that not only undermines her public position, but also places Hall in an impossible situation. Now regretting ever renting to Henyard, Hall is caught between frustration and disbelief. The blatant refusal of Henyard and Woods to pay a small rent increase despite their significant earnings only adds insult to injury. What should have been a routine financial matter has spiraled into a legal nightmare, with Hall struggling to make any progress as the couple continues to evade their obligations. This ordeal serves as a stark reminder that appearances can be deceiving. Despite their well-paying jobs and public roles, Henyard and Woods are acting irresponsibly, leaving Hall to deal with the consequences. The irony isn't lost on Hall. Never did she expect such resistance from a public official over a simple rent adjustment. Instead of a straightforward resolution, she finds herself entangled in a frustrating and unnecessary battle.